Hi, this is Belinda and I'm back again to share another flip through of a December Daily album. This time it's my 2016 album. This was the second year that I had participated in this project and I really love the way that this album turned out. It just felt more polished. I was a little bit more playful and a little bit more considered with how I was putting things together, so I really like how it looks all finished off. To start off with, I used this really nice large print December Stories, December Moments album from Ali Edwards. The spine for 2016, which I'm hoping will come in focus here, I just took some number stamps and gold embossed the year and just added a little star there. I've done the same thing for my 2017 album and I expect I'll do it again for my 2018 album. I really do like to keep things nice and consistent. So again, as with 2015, I did some embossing using a star stencil on the inside cover. This year I went with red. It is a little bit messy because I hadn't yet discovered the magic of the anti-static powder before embossing. So I hope that my album for 2018 will look a little bit cleaner than this one ended up looking. And again, just added a little bit of embellishing to the inside cover with an R for our family initials. So let's have a look through. This really large, it was a wood veneer star and it came in the Ali Edwards main kit, I believe. I just used some embossing powder, which has got a nice red and gold glitter through it, and then adhered this December word to the transparency that's got some white text on it. Another intentions page. This was actually attempt number 2 at the intentions page. My first attempt got completely messed up, so I ended up going back and reprinting it, and I love the way that this turned out once it was finished. Day 1, just went through and took some photos. This was the first Christmas in our new house, which is our first family home. So I just went around and took some photos of the state of mess that was around, and then used a cut file here with some silver glitter paper, just talking about embracing the mess, which I was really trying hard to do this year. Day 2, lots of photos here, a little bit of story which I included by using a template, which again I think these were Ali Edwards digital files, which are probably still available to purchase now. Day 3, talking about trying to find some Christmas cheer, a little bit more gold embossing here using some alphabet stamps that I had, and I also used, the kit this year came with some white chipboard letters, and throughout this album I've used those white chipboard letters. Sometimes I've left them white, sometimes I've done some gold embossing, and sometimes I've done some embossing with that red and gold glitter powder. A really cool little shaker pocket there with some of the rubber circles stuck on to the front and the back, just so that it looks nice and finished off. Day 4, nice and bright and colourful. I still used some really cool bright colours, some non-traditional colours in my album for 2016, but they are a little bit brighter than the 2015 album, and so I just think it makes it look a little bit more festive and Christmassy. The other thing that I did in 2015 was that I went through and I added some little filler pieces in here and there. So these were the 2x2 page protectors, which I really struggle to use for storytelling, so I think throughout this album I've just used them as little filler spots. Day 6, another story about our dog who had just been desexed. Again, I think this was a template that came from Ali Edwards, and I used it because I had a lot that I wanted to say for this day. Day 7, these little rubber words came from, I think, the Studio DIY kit, and I'm not sure if it was from 2015 or 2016. Yeah, really fun, and I liked using them here on this card. Also used a little bit of this pom-pom trim for some of my inserts in 2016, and I really liked the way that it looked. Day 8, just a really simple filler story. I created this tag here by covering just a normal white shipping tag, or actually I think it was one of those numbered tags from 2015. So I covered one side of it with washi tape, just making sure that everything lined up. And then on the back, just a little bit of journaling about these photos. Another little filler, I think I cut down this transparency in half to make it a half-size page. The other thing that was different about 2016 is that I wasn't so much concerned about having one spread being for one day. So here I've got day 8 and here I've got day 9. Day 9 there were no photos. We're feeling a little bit sick this year, so it took a while to get into the spirit. Day 10, another little flip up here with a bit of the story. Day 11, I think this is probably the only page where the pink came into play. Day 12, just a story about getting my first set of uni results through. I'd gone back to start studying in the middle of 2016. Day 13 was going to be the day that we did our letters to Santa, but as you can see, they never got filled in. So that's okay. I'm just leaving those in there. It's part of the story, and maybe this year we'll get some letters to Santa filled in. Day 14, just used one of those tags again, popped it up on some foam dots for a bit of dimension, and a story about Christmas shopping and these awesome little chocolates that came out just before Christmas. Trip to Santa again. Another one of those cut down transparencies with the red pom-pom. This one actually goes over 2 pages. Our trip to Santa wasn't quite as successful in 2016. My daughter Violet was a little bit older and really quite nervous around Santa, so I had to be in the photo this year. Day 16, just a simple little story about the things that we were doing to try and get into the Christmas spirit. As I said, I started to get a little bit more playful with products in 2016, so this is a cut file that I found, and I really cannot remember where I got this file from, but I just cut out the white paper and backed it with some gold glitter paper, and I really love the way that that looks. Day 17, there were a couple of stories here, so I just did it in a little dot point just to cover everything off. Loved this template. This came from a set of digital files that came from Ali Edwards in 2016. Day 18, purple, another non-traditional Christmas colour, and one that I don't really use a whole lot in my scrapbooking. I probably should use it a bit more given that my daughter's name is Violet. Another one of these little filler space pockets using the 2x2s. Here I couldn't even do one day to one page, so I just did 2 days on the one page with a total non-Christmas story, but that's okay. And this day 21, this was something that I saw on a website, and it was a list about what it's like to have a summer Christmas, and I loved it so much that I definitely wanted to include it in my album. And fortunately or unfortunately, we did have a 42-degree day leading up to Christmas in 2016, and this turned out to be the perfect day to use this list. Day 22, I actually think that this page here might be my favorite in the whole album. I really love the template and I love all the photos, and I just think it looks really nice. I might play with this one again and maybe make it a bit more hybrid to pop out some of the photos, but I really like the way that that one looks. Day 23. Just a really simple story about how we were getting ready for our Christmas Eve. And day 24, there are a couple of little inserts here, some photos of us opening up our Christmas Eve box. A little bit of a filler here, a 3x8 pocket page, and here's all the journaling. This journaling was done using the December Daily logbook that came for free as an early bird gift for 2015 main kit orders. I've still got so many of these left to use, so I really need to use them up a bit more in my 2018 album. And just lots of pictures of what was going on around the house. We only put our Christmas tree up on Christmas Eve on 2016, which was a bit late and probably contributed to why we weren't feeling particularly festive in the lead up to Christmas. And day 25, Christmas Day. So Christmas Day this year was with my family. We did it all on the same day, which was really nice. It's always good to have everybody together in the same place. And because it was such a big day, this one goes over a couple of pages. Nice little photo collage here, using up some big letters that I had. First time that we'd had the big Christmas toy gift haul for our daughter. And then just finishing off the album with a couple of photos. No journaling, just like to have something pretty to look at to finish it off. And again, I wanted somewhere to hold our Christmas cards. So in 2016, I cut down the box that one of the kits came in and just made this little pocket. I used the template from one of the other pocket pages a bit further back in the album, stuck it together with some red line tape, and yeah, I really like the way that that turned out for holding onto those Christmas cards. So that's a look at 2016. Shortly I will be sharing my 2017 album, and thanks for watching.